Hello there. My name is Log, and today I got something new for you, okay? We're doing movie reviews now. We're doing movie reviews. It's something I've wanted to do for a while. I've thought about it for a while. I literally go to the movies every single week. Every Friday, I'm there at the theater. I'm watching the new thing. I'm a fucking nerd, okay? I'm a nerd. And for a while, I've thought about maybe what if I did movie reviews? But I'm like, I like to put a lot of time into my reviews and put a lot of work in, like I did with that Ghost Runner review. And I want to do a lot of stuff like that. But I was just like, I don't really have the time for that. I don't really want to put the effort in for that kind of thing. But I did get a little inspiration, okay? I watch a lot of Moist Meters. A lot of you guys probably know Moist Critical, okay? He makes reviews where he literally just sits in front of a camera and talks about a movie. And people eat that shit up. And by people, I mean me, because I love that shit. It's really entertaining to watch. And I like hearing his opinion, and I like talking about mine too. And I was just like, fuck it. Why didn't I just rip him off? Not actually rip off, though. Not actually rip off. He didn't invent reviews, okay? He didn't invent reviews. I'm just doing a simple kind of style. Kind of like he is, all right? Kind of like he is. But I think it's going to be good for me. I think it's going to be good. I like talking about these movies. I like going to see these movies. And it's make it a little bit of a nice little consistent content there. Another thing you guys might notice is I'm really dog shit on camera. Like, I'm okay when I'm streaming something, you know, when I'm interacting with chat and I don't have the ability to like analyze what I'm doing, and I'm also playing a game and I'm thinking about a lot of things at once. But when I'm like sitting here and I have like a script, or even if I'm just trying to talk like I am right now, it's very unnatural for me and I feel very weird. And I need to get better at this. And I realize maybe if I'm here every week talking about my opinions, talking about movies, maybe I'll get a little better at it. So we're going to keep doing this. It's going to be our experimental little thing of little log reviews here and there on the movies he watches. And yes, I don't watch big blockbuster movies all the time. Okay, this week we got a big blockbuster. It's a fucking Marvel movie. But like in a couple of weeks, I'm watching something obscure maybe. I don't know. Not every movie I review is going to get a moist meter too. You know, some of mine are going to be special, you know? Anyways, that's enough of me talking about what to expect. Let's just talk about the movie here. All right, Eternals. Let's talk about it. The first thing I knew about this movie before going in is that the reviews were dog shit. They were really, really bad. Like, I don't know why bad either. Like, it didn't look that bad. The movie looked new. It looked different. It looked like something that could definitely fail. And from all the reviews I saw, it did. But I didn't believe them. I was like, I know a lot of it is people review bombing because of like race shit and gender shit. You know, like all the shit that they did with like Captain Marvel and Black Widow and Black Panther, all those other movies. You know, there's a lot of that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I knew that there had to be something less to be desired here than there is in other Marvel movies. And I'm like, but I want to see for myself. You know, I'm the kind of person, and it's kind of weird because I'm making reviews, but I'm the kind of person who tries to avoid reviews before watching a movie because I take them to heart like a dumbass. I take them to heart, and then I have a weird opinion of the movie because I saw a review already. That's why I didn't watch any moist meter of Eternals before this, all right? So I was a little weird seeing that, but for once in my life, I was like, I don't believe these fucks. I want to see this movie for myself. This is going to be something unique and different, and I'm excited to see a new Marvel team, okay? And let's just say, I wasn't wrong. It wasn't that bad. Like, it wasn't that bad. I honestly wouldn't say it's bad at all, actually. I wouldn't say it's bad at all. I got the review's still in my head. See, they fuck up my head. They make me keep thinking things are bad because everybody else that says it. But it's not true. It's not true. It's not a bad movie at all. It's way better than what everybody says, okay? It's way better, okay? I saw fucking article titles just straight up saying Eternals is the worst Marvel movie. And I'm just like, nah, I doubt it's that bad. I saw one saying Eternals is worse than Thor the Dark World. No, it is nowhere near as bad as Thor the Dark World. Thor the Dark World was so shit. It was so shit. And it's better than a lot of Marvel movies. But like by that I mean a lot of the lower end Marvel. It's still it's definitely on the low end. It was better than like Black Widow, and it's better than like some of the OG ones, you know. I don't know. I'm not making a full list right now, but it's definitely the lower end because there are so many high tier Marvel movies, but it doesn't mean it's bad. I think it's just below a lot of the high tier ones. This was their answer to the next Guardians of the Galaxy. When Guardians of the Galaxy came out, they realized, oh, we can do new things. We can make unique things out of unique characters and make full new teams and have it work. This ain't Guardians of the Galaxy. And they did not hit it off that good. Guardians of the Galaxy is my fucking favorite Marvel movie. Maybe Shang-Chi I like more. I don't really know. But they definitely did not hit a Guardians of the Galaxy good. But it's also just very different. I think a lot of people aren't giving the director credit here because she probably did the best she could with what she was given. Eternals is a weird concept. It's very cosmic, very large stake. That's one of the things I liked about the movie. Let's just get into what I like. Okay, I liked the stakes. The movie had fucking massive ass stakes. For a beginning of a franchise movie, this had like world-ending stakes, which was kind of cool. It was kind of cool. I also like the idea. The idea of the Eternals is cool. They've been around for all time to protect Earth, but protect Earth for specific things, and working for the Celestials. And the Celestials are fucking dope. You get to see Arshin is the main one. You've seen him in the trailer, not a spoiler. And he's so massive and so cool looking. He's so cool looking, dude. The Celestials are fucking... They do not underplay them. They are sick. Okay? Yeah, I like the idea of these Eternals that have been here for all time. And a lot of their deals is like, do we keep... just letting humanity run its course, or do we interfere? And I like that kind of thing. You know, I like that. I think that's an interesting topic, but it's also just a very hard thing to tackle, especially if they have to write a story about characters who have existed for thousands of years and include times from those. And, I'll get to that later. Okay. What else did I like? The visuals. The movie was beautiful. It was very, very pretty, especially in like the last half. Ooh, it was really, really pretty to watch. Again, I said the Celestials look good. Costumes were okay. I liked the fact that everybody's weapons were kind of like a light based. It was very different. It's very different. It felt like some Symmetra ass shit, you know? I liked that. And, do I have anything else to say about visuals? I don't think I have anything else to say about visuals. I think I just liked them, okay? What else did I like? The acting. The acting was not top tier, but it wasn't bad either. Like, it was good acting. It was solid. Nobody was bad in the movie. Everybody did a good job, okay? There were a couple weird line deliveries, but I'm pretty sure it was mainly the writing's fault. So you can give them a little credit for that. It's not the acting's fault. The action. This is what I really want to talk about. The action was good. Marvel movies historically have the most boring action of all time. They put me to fucking sleep. I do not like Marvel movie action. And this movie did it good. It's not Shang-Chi good. Shang-Chi was amazing. Shang-Chi's here. Normal Marvel movies here. Eternals is in the middle, okay? Eternals is in the middle. It's cool because it's not just people punching each other. It's very different. Each character has very unique superpowers, and they fight in completely different ways. One of the guys is tech-based and he doesn't do any fighting. You don't expect him to do any fighting, but he does some cool tech shit at the end, and it's nice. One of the guys can make energy balls, and it's kind of cool to watch. One of the guys is fucking Superman, and whenever he's flying, the camera's like following him, and he's going up, just smashing into people, and it's kind of cool to watch. It's kind of cool to watch. Like, the camera work in the acting is good. The action. It's good. I like it. Last thing that I liked, they put in a song I like in the movie, and that made me happy. They put in, it's minor spoilers, literally just a song. But the movie opens with Time by Pink Floyd, which is the best song. The best song in Dark Side of the Moon. Mwah. Love that song. Song did not fit the scene at all. Didn't fucking make sense. I have no idea why they put it there. I think it was just because time has passed. It's literally a time jump, and you put in the song "Time" by Pink Floyd. I don't know, but it's a good song, and I was fucking nerding out in the theater when it came out. I was nerding out so hard. Now let's get into what I didn't like, because there are some real things I didn't like. This is gonna sound like a big unselling point, but I didn't like the first half of the movie. First half of the movie, nothing fucking happens. Nothing happens at all. That's the biggest issue of the movie, is that the first half is fucking... Nothing happens. Nothing! Why does nothing happen? There's a lot of flashbacks, okay? There's a lot of flashbacks because, they've been around forever. So they're like trying to run a story in the main world that's not progressing at all because they keep jumping back to the past. And the jumps back to the past are all unnecessary. Like, there's one, I think, that was necessary. But there's other ones that are just so stupid. It's like, oh yeah, this is what the Eternals do. I'm like, no, I already got that from what you guys said earlier. I don't need you to see it in action. There's two characters that are in love, and they say that they used to be in love, they used to be together, and they're not together anymore. And it jumps back to show them being together, and it stays there for like fucking 10 minutes. And I'm like, I don't need 10 minutes of seeing that they were in love. You told me they were in love. That was enough. I didn't need... That's why the movie's 2.5 hours long. A lot of people aren't going to see this because it's so long, and it's... the first half, you can see why. There's a lot of bullshit that doesn't need to be there, and really nothing happens. It's the first half of the movie is just them slowly going and meeting, because they're split apart and they're slowly meeting their friends again, and it makes sense, I guess. And it's honestly not super boring to watch. It's not super boring to watch because some of the characters are likable, like Kumail Nanjiani. You're obviously gonna like him. He's a fucking comedian. He's fun to watch. Okay, his character's great. He brings a little character along with him too. Also great character. Okay, probably the two favorite characters in the movie. Gilgamesh, he's cool too. I like him. Well, I guess we can get into the next thing I don't like, the characters. There's like 2 characters in the movie that I like, and the rest of them fucking suck. Makari's cool too. She doesn't really have any character written for her at all, but I like that she's deaf, and she's not just deaf because she's made for a purpose. That her Eternals are made, and she's made to be deaf because it gives her an advantage that she can like feel the vibrations, right? Kind of like Daredevil, how his blindness is an advantage, her deafness is an advantage, and I think that's really cool. She's cool, but she doesn't have character. Most of the characters in this movie don't have any character, and the ones that do don't have any likable aspect of their character. The thing is, there's no relatability in this movie because they're all eternal fucking beings, and it's hard to make them relatable. And some of them, they work. Like Kumail Nanjiani, they make him fun, and they make him have some sort of relation to humans. And Gilgamesh he has Wong energy. That's not being racist because he's the other Asian character. He's literally a big Asian guy with a cute, lovable side, which is exactly what Wong is. Okay, he's literally just big guy with a cute, lovable side, and they're both entertaining to watch, and you can connect with them. But every other character in the movie is really boring. They're really boring, and I don't like watching them, especially Cersei and Icarus, who are the main characters of the movie. They're the main characters, the main 2. Like, the characters that I actually like are side characters and basically do nothing. They don't do much throughout the movie, but the 2 main characters, they're there all the time, and their story sucks. Okay, I don't like any of them, and I wanted them to get off my screen most of the time, especially because Icarus is played by the guy who played the fucking abusive manager in fucking the Elton John movie, Rocket Man. Love that movie, and I wanted to beat the shit out of that guy the whole time I was watching the movie. But I saw him for this, I was like, fuck that guy. I don't want to see him as Superman. That's stupid. That's stupid. Yeah. So the characters, that's probably my biggest, honestly, more so than the first half of the movie not really meaning much, is that I just didn't like the people. That was a big issue because Marvel characters are supposed to be likable, and they're really. I'm really selling this movie bad, but it was still entertaining. Like the second half of the movie, like I was still engaged the whole time. My next thing is references. I did just mention Superman. I'm not being fucking stupid and just calling him Superman because like whatever. Somebody calls him Superman in the movie. They try to be quirky by including DC references because like, oh my god, we're acknowledging the enemy. It's I don't know. It all just fell flat. They call him Superman at one point, and they mention Batman at one point, and it was just like, huh, cool, you guys did that. Okay, I don't care anymore. Another thing that I didn't like that was kind of bland is the jokes, okay? Marvel movies have quips. They have jokes, and a lot of times they're funny. Robert Downey Jr. has a lot of funny jokes. Drax has a lot of funny jokes. In this movie, they don't have as many jokes, but they do try sometimes, and none of them made the theater laugh. Not a single one was actually funny. Not a single joke was good in this movie. Nowhere near funny, okay? Last thing I wanted to complain about is Salma Hayek. I love her, Salma Hayek, dude. She's a fucking great actress. She was fantastic in The Hitman's Bodyguard, okay? If you watch the new one, it was so good. I highly suggest that movie. It's fucking hysterical. And she can obviously kick ass because of that movie, too. And they make her so pointless in this. She's so underused, and it really angers me because she could really kick ass, and she could honestly really even be the main character, and she just does fucking nothing, and it really angers me. I feel like they could. She was the one I was most excited to see in there. She was the one I was most excited to see in there, and they fucking nothing with her. She was useless. I thought she was gonna be the leader, and I thought she was maybe even gonna be the main character, and instead she did nothing, and it sucked. Okay, it sucked. Anyways, that's most of what I gotta say. Let's just kind of rank this. All right. Overall, I'd say go see it. It's definitely an interesting chapter in Marvel. It's very different, and it's definitely one of their worst movies. But it's not a bad movie at all. It's way better than the Thor movies. Okay, the first 2. I mean, it's definitely worth watching. I would highly suggest it. It's a movie I've been thinking about too. I see movies every week, and I usually don't think about them a lot. I usually think about them a little bit afterwards, but it's like a day and a half since I watched it, and I've been thinking about it constantly. I'm thinking about it a lot. I'm thinking about what it means next because it's a very unique Marvel movie, and it sets up a lot of stuff for the future too. I'm really excited to see more Eternals movies. I feel like they're just gonna get better too, and I think the characters are gonna get better too. I think it's definitely worth watching. You should definitely give it a shot. But being said, it's still a 6 out of 10. It's a 6 out of 10. I can't in good conscience give it any higher than that. I think a 7 out of 10 is on nearing great. I don't know. I'm still working out the system, but 6 out of 10 for now. I think that's what I think of Eternals. It's a pretty good movie. You should go see it. Let's talk spoilers. I'm gonna put spoilers at the end of these. Okay. There's an end credit scene in this movie, and we're gonna talk about it. Okay. If you haven't seen the movie, please don't watch this part. There's an end credit scene in the movie, and that's what most of the people are going to be talking about at the end of this, because fucking Harry Styles is in the MCU now. He is. That's just a fact. He's playing Thanos' brother, and it's the wackiest shit on earth. This is like the one thing besides the rating that I saw beforehand, because one of the dumb fucks went to the premiere of this movie and must have seen Harry Styles at the end, and it just fangirled so hard that she had to like spam it on Twitter or something. And once all the media outlets saw, wait, Harry Styles and Marvel, that's such a big thing, they all had to spam it out on everything. It was all over my fucking feed, dude. Like usually I see things like Marvel's new end credit scene changes everything, and this time I see Harry Styles is in the MCU. Harry Styles plays this character in the MCU. That's the title of them, so it's impossible to avoid even if you just read the title. It was fucking impossible to avoid because they were just all fangirling too hard, man. And I honestly don't think he'll be that bad in the MCU. I don't. I think his character looks pretty interesting, and he'll definitely be a big part of the new Eternals movie. But it is a big meme, and everybody was roaring laughing in my theater when it happened. It is a big meme. But I honestly don't think he'll be that bad. I don't. More excited than that, I am for Pip the Troll, who comes along with him and is definitely a less important character, but he's voiced by Patton Oswalt, who is... I love that man. He's fantastic. He has one of the best voices in the business. You know him from playing Remy in Ratatouille. And he is like the biggest Marvel nerd in all of Hollywood, and I'm so glad he's in the MCU now. It's been a long time coming. He has a bunch of side Marvel roles. He even starred and created in the new TV show MODOK, which is a good show. Okay, funny guy, and I'm really glad he's in the MCU. I don't think his character is going to be a big deal, but I'm just glad they put him in. I'm just glad they put him in because he deserves it. He's just a fucking massive nerd and an actor. Okay, just let him be in it. Let him be in it. I like that. Second post-credit scene I liked better than the first one. Second one was cool. The movie ended really shit. Where it was just like, hey, I got a secret, and then it ends, and they don't see the secret. And I was so glad that I was worried they weren't gonna give us the answer to that secret, because that would have been the dumbest shit on earth. That would have been some like Star Wars Rise of Skywalker level shit right there, just not giving us the answer and making us think about it. I actually knew this guy was gonna be playing this character beforehand, because that's what he was announced as. I thought he was going to be a big deal in this movie, but he was just a boyfriend the whole time. Yeah, Kit Harington's playing Black Knight. Don't know who he is, but he looks kind of cool. I'm excited to see that. And there's a voice behind him at the end, which I looked up. I originally thought it was the Watcher from What If. It's not. It is Mahershala Ali's Blade, and I'm so excited for that because I love Blade, dude. I've seen the first Blade. I still want to watch the second one, and I'm going to ignore the third one because that's what I've heard. I've seen the first Blade like 3 times, and I love it every time. It's so fucking fun. Blade is such a fun, goofy character. He's just badass, kicks ass, destroys vampires, and then just makes dumb one-liners. And it's obviously going to be at least a little bit more serious in the MCU, but the original ones were so good. And Mahershala Ali is a good actor, and I'm really excited about that. And I think that's cool that they get a little tease there. Last spoiler. I mentioned this a little bit earlier. Salma Hayek's in the movie. She fucking dies really early on. She's like, they build her up. She's like the leader. She's the leader, but she's also not badass. I wanted to see her kick ass, because I know she can do it, and it'd be really cool. And she doesn't, and I was like, that's kind of disappointing. But she's the leader. That's pretty cool too. And then she dies, and I'm just like, this is fucking stupid. She's literally the first ever Hispanic superhero, okay, on fucking tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. This movie is all about inclusivity, and they keep the gay guy, the Indian guy, everybody, but no, the one Hispanic one they just offer, and it's fucking Salma Hayek too, who's awesome, and there's so much missed potential there, I'm just salty. That's just a personal thing I'm salty about. That's it. That's our first episode. Thank you for watching. Check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/ScorchedLog. Other things down below, join the Discord, all that jazz. I hope you like this. I'm looking at the recording time now. This is way longer than I expected it to be, and I don't think I'm gonna edit it down. I just had a lot to fucking say. I didn't realize how much I had to say. uh, yeah. See ya.